talking much, maybe just take a quick look at the teaser so you know what it's about. Exactly. That's what we're looking at today. So thanks for checking out the trailer. See you next time. Bye-bye. No, intro price $70 till the end of July. If you want to grab it, I will be so kind for you to leave the link right here in the chat. There you go. Boom. And off you go. So what is it? It's a MIDI pack, which is cool because that means you're not bound to any audio loops or anything and need to time stretch and pitch shift and whatever. It just works. The only downside to the whole thing is that you need to own at least one of the Orange Tree Samples acoustic guitars, because that's what I used for creating this MIDI pack. I was asked already on the trailer if that works with other libraries. And I have to admit that it will hardly work, because there are some very specific things going on with the Orange Tree Samples library with the key switches for the string selection, which is what makes it, in my humble opinion, sound good. So other libraries do have that, like Ample Sound, but I need to transform that. So there will be the same pack coming out for Ample Sound guitars as well in the near future. I'm looking into that right now. But Orange Tree Samples is the one we're starting with. So let's look quickly at what's inside here. This is the media bay, so to say. You get this package. There are a few contact snapshot presets for the Orange Tree Samples flat pick, for the songwriter, and for the steel string, because these are the ones I have. I'm planning on getting the 12 string, so there will be an update once I have that as well. The content overall in these folders is pretty much the same, but these three different guitars have some of the effect sounds and slaps and stuff like that is on different keys. So that's why I included the MIDI files for each of these. So just to make sure that if you have one of these three libraries, that you can utilize the correct MIDI. So that's why there are three folders, and this is going to grow likely when I get more of their acoustic guitars, for example. Anyway, long story short, let's load up something here. Say acoustic guitar 1. I don't want the browser. I actually also don't need the quick load. I want to go here. Guitars, Orange Tree Samples, and let's go. Honestly, I love the songwriter. just such a gorgeous sounding guitar. So that's the sound straight out of the box. To utilize the MIDI pack, I included Snapshot presets that you can load here. So basic double track, basic single track, and overdub. It is, there's not much going on in terms of mixing, etc. Hey, Duran Wildhammer47, welcome to the stream. Where was I? With the snapshots, yeah. The only thing that I changed in the snapshots is sometimes when you utilize the string selection to make sure the correct note ends up on the correct string, I need to modify the legato range up and down. Sometimes when you say play a D on the B string and an E on the open string, if the legato range is major second, it will try to force a legato instead of playing these two strings. Hey Scambert, nice to see you. So what I did in the presets is these are pre-learned to MIDI 22 and 23, I think. So, and to spare you the hassle of doing that yourself when you load the instrument, you can just load this guy and then it is not. I just found a bug in the system. Holy moly. Okay, I need to update that soon. That's interesting. Let me quickly check that with another. Is that in every guitar? Maybe the CC data is not stored in the preset. Hey, Satyan. I'm your music teacher. I feel honored. Thank you so much. So let me quickly check something. Let's take the flat pick, for example, which happened to sit on another drive and therefore takes way longer than it should. Sorry for the inconvenience there. Okay, let me quickly check something. User, let's go with the flat pick and with the legato range. And when I move, oh, bollocks. It looks like in the I need to update the manual. It doesn't keep the MIDI CC. Good that I checked that before release. Okay, let me quickly do that and save that and make sure that I'm not talking completely. So again, let's load another one. Thank God YouTube has now the cut function. So I can cut out that whole part from the video later down the line. So let's make sure how that works. Go to setup. I just want to quickly check this because if that is not remembered in the snapshot, I have to update. Yeah, it's definitely not remembered in the snapshot. Okay, so good to know. Well, at least it's disabled, so that works too. Back to topic. Let's load again the songwriter. So go to guitars, orange tree samples, songwriter. And just for the sake, I will quickly learn these two MIDI CCs. So that's pretty much what you would need to do to make it work. I will look into that, why it doesn't remember the MIDI CC in the snapshot preset. And now it's telling me no snapshot loaded. This VST, no, I did not work on this VST or on this contact library. I am merely a user of that same thing, and I created some MIDI patterns for this library. That's what I did. So I just want to make sure that in the preview section that we tell him to play that back through acoustic 1. Okay, so let's set a tempo, say 95. These MIDI loops work best in the range from 70 to 110, I would say. Obviously, since it's MIDI, you can do that in kind of any way you want, but it sounds best in that range. So the whole concept is what you get is 5 chord suites, so to say, with different basic patterns and overdubs. So let me duplicate this quickly. This is overdub. And I actually want to load my overdub preset here. Wait a second. Cookie. Stop it. Damn doggo. Funny enough, now it works. Or maybe it works in the preset. I need to look into that. So this is the overdub, and this is the okay. So basic is the basic fingerstyle picking patterns for this for each chord progression that you see in the suite. Don't be discouraged by the given chord progression. This is just to have a showcase, so to say. You can change these to kind of whatever key you see fit. So they, I will explain the concept a little bit in a little bit. So starts with basic 8th notes. So, scan mode, what do you mean? What acoustic brand is used in this? I'm not really understanding the question. So, starting with basic 8th notes, and then we go to 16th patterns. Why is the... Oh, God. So, very much different picking patterns. And just to showcase on another suite, so starting with 8th notes. For this one, I think it was a Gibson that they sampled for the songwriter. I am not sure about that. I think it's a Gibson. Excuse me, give me a moment. Cookie is trying to eat the studio. Had to stop him. So the difference in between the patterns are very subtle, but this is what really gives it life in the end when you combine these in various ways. I will show you that in a second, how that works. And then we have some more like Travis style picking. Again, starting with 8th notes. And you can see here, and I will explain that in a little bit, what really makes this sound great, in my opinion, is the way you choose the string selection. And you will see that in a second. So then we have Transposing. And last but not least, a little bit more Transposing with different voicings or barré chords. This time in D minor or F major. Sorry, there we go. So, etc., etc., and some extra loops that are a little bit more elaborate. Just to get a feel for how the instrument can be programmed. And last but not least. So, but where the thing really starts to shine, this is where I included not only the basic rhythms, but also the overdubs, is let's say we want to start with, let's go with a C sharp minor. Let's start with let's start with this thing. Go to acoustic guitars, and you simply drag that in, and that's it. So there you go. We can also quickly jump right in, go for the, let's say, let's try the acoustic guitar preset, see how that sounds. A little bit brighter. So, nice. Hey Ronnie, welcome to the show. So, and then we have the overdub. And you see there are, each folder not only contains the basic arpeggios and fingerstyle guitar patterns, but also overdubs. And these are little single note lines that work really great together with the arpeggio patterns. So and each one is, you can combine each one from each folder. If you want to combine them within the different folders, you obviously need to adjust the key between them. I will show you how you can do that. So let's try this one on the second part. And let's load in another pattern, maybe something with 16th notes. Okay, let's try this. So that's the starting point. Oh, actually, I had from this one. That's actually good to see. So I grabbed this one from this folder and this one from this folder. So we have different harmonics here that we need to adjust. Or maybe we make it simpler and grab that later. Let's save that for later and grab one from this folder here. I like that one. So let's bring that one in. So mute this overdub guitar first. So that was the 8 notes pattern that I brought in, the simple one. So let's say I don't like the way they're arranged. So what I would do first is right now it's 1 chord per bar. So you can easily just snip them and rearrange them in any kind of way, whatever you see fit. So if I say, what do we have? We have C sharp minor to A to E to B. So let's say I want to go with a different direction. So we start with E, then go to B, then to C sharp minor, then to A. So that's actually pretty nice to start off with. Let's do that twice. And so we need to do the same thing on that 16th pattern here. So move these aside, start with E and B, then go to C sharp, then to A. Wrong order. There we go. So, and one thing that I really recommend is these things are extremely kind of react really, really well to velocity. So when you look at the velocity for these guys, and just to explain what happens in the MIDI, just in case you happen to work with that and want to get something out of it. At the very bottom, these are the 6 string selection key switches. So for every note that happens in the arpeggio, the string selection key switch determines where that note is played on the fretboard. So as you can see here, and mainly can see here, each string selection determines where the note lands on the keyboard. And most of these phrases are start at the very first fret, so as open chords. So you can move them up by just transposing the MIDI data up to 12 frets. Or let's say, okay, this is an E major. Let's say we actually want to write a cue in, what do we do? G major. And I can just move the MIDI data. And the MIDI data is the thing in the middle. The only thing you got to be careful is don't move the string selection data and don't move that stuff up top here, which is just these little noises that are, I just want to make sure that, give me a moment, the dog is eating the studio again. Shit. Sorry for the break. Stop it. Little shit. When you want to transpose, be sure to select the MIDI data in the middle, which is actually the range of the chords. Don't move the key selectors. We started on E. Let's move the thing to G major. And now you can see on the fretboard, the whole thing is now moved up. And you can even go further. It's like moving a capo on your guitar and just going, okay, we want to have that, want to do the whole thing in B major. It's like putting the capo in the 7th fret. And thanks for Durin for that nice comment. And just so you know why the string selectors are so important, especially when you move that up. If I were to mute these string selectors, just give a one-on-one comparison. This is with the string selectors active that are part of every MIDI file. If I take these out, it would sound like this. So the placement of the notes will be pretty unrealistic because suddenly it puts notes on the same string, etc. So the algorithm behind the whole engine in the guitar is good, but when you really want to have it sound like a guitar is actually played, you need these string selectors to make sure that the notes land where they should be. And since not everyone out there is a guitarist and knows where these notes belong, I did these MIDI files to get you going and maybe make life a little bit easier if you want some fingerstyle guitar in your tracks. So there we go. Let's decide on a key. Let's go with G major, standard stuff for trying to do something. So same thing we're gonna do here with the second 16th pattern. I'm going to move that up 1, 2, 3 to have that in G major as well. And I want to compress the MIDI notes a little bit and make them a little bit louder. Hey, Blue Oceans, or maybe turn that down a little bit. So this, again, as I mentioned before, this library reacts really, really well to velocity, and it sounds gorgeous in the lower velocities as well. So you can bring that down. What type of MIDI pack is it? It's a MIDI pack for acoustic fingerstyle guitar patterns. So, coming from here. So let's look at the overdubs. I grabbed that from the same folder, and since we transposed this thing 3 semitones up, I need to do the same with the overdub. So I just grabbed the MIDI notes here. Now, technically, I changed the chord structure already. So I already start to do something completely different from the original MIDI. And this is what's so great is about MIDI. So you're not bound to what is there and just drag and drop. You can really make it your own and just keep the rhythm pretty much. So as you can see, it works pretty well on top of the change chord progression. There was just the last 2 notes didn't really work well. So what I can do is just move them up to the other one. So altogether they sound like this. And I want to have this one with the same setting also as an acoustic guitar and maybe put a little bit of reverb on that overdub guitar. So do it like this. And this can have a little bit of reverb as well. The library I'm using here right now is the Evolution Songwriter. And I will showcase the difference with the other Orange Tree libraries as well. But you need one of the Orange Tree acoustic guitar libraries for that sample pack to work. There will be updates in the near future. I will do definitely one for Ample Sound and maybe for the Native Instruments acoustic expanded guitar. But I need to look into how that behaves with the string selection. No, actually, that's a little bit too much reverb. I want to have a little bit of a delay on the overdub guitar. And you can see as well, what really makes the guitar tone is that it's sitting on the upper end of the fretboard. So like that. And just to give you a tonal difference, let's say we use the flat pick here instead of the songwriter. That's the advantage if you have several guitars, and then you can even expand the sonic soundscape further. Orange tree samples, let's go with a flat pick. I need to battery save that one. I don't know why that takes so long. And again, there are presets included for the intended use. So just go with the CTO flat pick overdub. I just need to make sure that this is working. It is not. So, and now I can bring in the same thing that was the overdub from the third folder, but now I go to the flat pick folder. No, it was this one. Where was it? That one. Okay, let's bring this in. I think it was not the same, but it's similar. This is cool. Are the time signatures included? No, this is actually volume 2, so I'm working on a 6/8 version of this one as well. That's coming out later. So 1, 2, 3. So this is now sitting on the flat pick. Different sound there. And again, I don't like the last two notes here, so we change that. And again, when we look at the fretboard, we can see that this is sitting on the top range of the fretboard, and that's why it sounds so different and works great as an overdub guitar. Whereas if I were to mute the string selectors, again, way different sound. But on the other hand, you can also change this, alter the sound of these overdubs, for example. When you say it's a little bit too dark, just move the string selectors one up. That means the whole phrase is played on the next two strings. So that's pretty cool as well. I keep it there for now. On solo. And we can repeat that, but actually let's change this thing up a little bit with a songwriter, third folder. And even use another preset. So we have two different folders, two different patterns. And now you see we're coming into a different key here because we changed the key on these. And I also changed the play direction of the whole phrase. So gonna do it like this. Then we are back to or added that we did in the beginning, and I move the whole thing up to G. 1, 2, 3. So immediately we get from this pattern to this pattern in the same key. And when we say, okay, that's a little bit too loud on the top, just grab the whole phrase, bring it down a little bit, maybe make it less jumpy in the dynamics. That's a cool thing about MIDI. You can tweak it any kind of way. I mean, you can hit it really hard if you need a loud part for the finale of the track. So you can really tweak it very much further than a MIDI pack from the first get-go will have you suggest or have you think about it. And there are little timing nuances that mostly based on the sample, but I feel like I could move that forward by maybe 10 milliseconds to have it sit a little bit more in the groove. Oh, maybe the other way. Maybe plus 10 would be even better. That's too much. 5. And actually, let's take another overdub for the second half here. Let's choose something from the other folder. Actually, let's listen to it with a flat pick. As you hear nothing. Why is that? Because I changed the playback? Oh, because I need to change it to acoustic guitar overdub. Where is that? Acoustic guitar 2? That's strange. I duplicated that instrument and somehow that list does not seem to have the newly created instrument available. Okay, good to know. That's a Cubase issue. Okay, let's use that as an overdub. And I need to change the direction in the same way as I did with the other two. And I need to change the keys because we went to G. 1, 2, 3. No, I don't like that one. That doesn't work there for me. We had that. Let's try this one. And I think here I don't even need to change the order because it's the same lick running throughout. 1, 2, 3, just move that up. So these work pretty much with any key, no matter what you do. Bring that down a little bit. Don't want to have it as prominent. And if I don't like the way that is played, I can say, let's change this to D. And let's change these two. And this can be a bit louder. Hey, Flosy. Thanks for stopping by. So let's listen. That's cool. So that works. And since it's MIDI, we can also say, let's make that a little bit softer and not as fast. And maybe that works better in the second part, and we repeat that. Okay, let's add a little bit of stuff to that. Let's say we want to add some... What's the best piano VST? Tough to answer, because it depends on what sound you want to go for. You can have a great piano library that sounds completely wrong in the wrong place because it's just not the tone for the mood you're going for. But if you were to nail me down on favorites, I love the Fracture Sound Woodchester and Midnight Grand, two of my favorites. And I still love the NE Native Instruments Grandeur. Absolutely one of my favorites. But I cannot say it's the best. Keyscape, I don't have Keyscape, not yet. So there's something that I am looking into, but it's definitely from the demos that I heard, some great stuff in there. So definitely something worth considering if you want to go for it, I guess. I don't have it. Again, we wanted to load some strings. I want to have something a little bit more subtle. So let's go with... No, not solo. Ebos? No. Chamber strings. Flotandos. Or... Sotas? Yeah, flotandos. So, I want to have that a little bit more dry. Technically, I could use these. No panning. Let's see what that sounds like. It's a little bit too slow for my taste. So let's go 90. I think the attack is a little bit slow for my liking. So maybe we change that to the actual sustain. Tightness, maybe try that. String libraries for fast passages. Well, Araya does a pretty good job. I just did a review, a walkthrough recently, and I really like how it's handling faster stuff, and the different short notes are great. Then Berlin String Runs is great for runs, obviously. Let's move that a little bit forward. And we need a little bit more stuff there. We need a bass first. So let's actually let's load. I have it here already, ample bass. Let's send that to bass. But to answer the question as well with the string, I think most libraries can pull off very convincing fast passages. For specific staccato strings, I absolutely love the fluid shorts from Performance Samples. They are pretty much in every track I use. So bring that volume down quite a bit. Why is it not reacting to CC7? Well, I can bring it down here. I don't like that one. So that means let's actually bring in Omnisphere. Because I do love the basses from Trillion. So it's routed to bass already, so that's fine. Come on, GUI, load. There you go. Damn, Omnisphere, welcome to the show. Let's go with bringing it down significantly right away because it's way too loud. So we go to Trillion, bass, Chapman stick. They have a nice acoustic bass in here. Where is it? Where is it? Trillion acoustic. But I'm looking for the other one. They have another acoustic bass that is not an upright, but that's an upright as well. Where's that other acoustic bass? Clean Fender, Hardcore Finger, Funk Slab, Retro 60. That's a Hofner bass. Studio bass. That's strange. Oh, because it's not Trillion library, it's the Trilogy library. There we go. Acoustic or Martin. Who puts a delay on a bass? Nope. Either the Martin. Yeah, let's go with the Martin. Full range, but not. Can we please turn off the delay there? That would be great. Why does it still have delay? Huh? Oh, wait a second. No, I don't have delay active here. Atmosphere controls. There we go. Okay, there. Smoke menu chorus. Okay. Okay, let's put that in. Okay, actually that would be a good way to change stuff up there. And do a little bit something different in that part. So let's delete that. Okay, let's put in some piano. Let's see what maybe the piano book stuff helps a little here. Let's check the John Mayer Steinway. Let's try that. Just layer. Don't know. Maybe for a start. I want to change the chord progression here, so see how the MIDI pack behaves when we do something different than the given chord progression. I mean, we changed it up already quite a bit, but let's go with something entirely different. Or maybe go out of key. That would be more interesting. So when we say... let's try that. Let's mute the guitars for a second. I like the chord change there. Because, I mean, what we want to try to avoid is obviously let the MIDI dictate what you write, but rather write and try to get the MIDI to do what you want to write. No. Was nice. Okay, so we have E minor, F major, A minor to G, G sus and G, E minor. Okay, the chord progression, let's delete what we have here and see what we have. We have actually, yeah, let's try this and go from there to the Transposing. No, there we go. Obviously, that totally does not work. So this is D minor, B flat, F, and C. So I know that I can move the D minor one up, so we get E minor. So this is B. Just want to keep the chord shape and everything the way it is. I just want to move the whole thing up to either down to F or up. I think I want to even move it up. So we have and then we have the F down here, which is then an A minor. And now we need to change this guy to a minor. And maybe do this. And then we have a G sus. So that means we move this thing up. Maybe we do this an octave up as well. Let's see how that sounds. No, I don't like that. Since we have a sus here, I can pronounce that with a C. Let's see what it sounds together. That works pretty well. And then we can go to a Travis part. That's an overlay. Don't like these, so change something from here. I like that one. So bring that in. And obviously this is in a different key now again, so we need to change that. But it's a little easier. This is in C sharp minor, so to get the whole thing to G, E minor, 1, 2, 3, we move it up by 3. So that's an A minor. And I know that the A minor is the third one that I need. So I can move that into third position already. And this one, what is the E to B? So this one is an E. We moved it up to G, but I want to have an F there. So I just move it 2 down. F, A minor, and then we have a G sus. And that's a D here. So that means I delete this and move the F there. Well, it's a lot of music theory here right now, sorry for that. And move it back to G. And actually do the sus on the first 2 notes. You will see how that sounds together. And maybe bring that up a little. There's something wrong here that we need to fix. But again, since we have access to all the individual MIDI notes, we can change it to whatever way we like. This one needs to go there. So we'll bring that up a little bit. I like that. Cut that off here. Okay, let's go with the bass. Just change the bass note on the last one to a B instead of a G. Just sounds very nice underneath the G there if we want to. And that was a 16th run there. So. Actually, I forgot to go. Kind of had the idea while playing in, maybe do 8th notes on this one. So let's go soft in. And go louder. So, and that way we have easily something completely different from the original MIDI information besides the overall feel. I mean, it still feels like a fingerstyle guitar, which is the purpose of the whole library. Know what? Let's make life even more simple and let's add damage and load some from the other MIDI loop pack. Why not? I mean, since it's my stream and I'm showcasing the products, maybe I should use the products that I sell. Just side idea. No, not loops. Percussion, please. Heaviosity. Have you seen the teaser? Looks like Heaviosity is doing damage too. Pretty much, looks like. So let's go with let's try the filter fun. Loops. So damage control. MIDI. And I want to. That's very interesting. I didn't expect that. No, actually, I want to play that with a low percussion. something very subtle underneath. Let's see how that sounds. It's very quiet. Maybe we can bring that up a little more. And that sound is not the best one. I think the dry one might be better. Or high end. Maybe just try some high end. I like that. That's actually pretty cool. Doesn't need to be balls to the wall. We can do a little bit niceness into it. Bring the volume up. And we can still, for example, if we say the ticks are too quiet, I'll bring them up a little bit. Morning, Bernie. Welcome. That's well observed during Wildhammer. This very template is available in my shop as well, so you can have that if you like that workflow. I do like it too, honestly. And this very template is actually available for sale in my shop. So if you want to grab it, feel free to jump there. Sorry for the shameless plug there, but I am doing a commercial stream showcasing one of my products, so I can of course talk about other products that I sell as well. But I need a nice kick drum as well. So let's go and load the Renegade. No, Medusa for now. Haven't put Renegade in here yet. Maybe that's too big for what we're going for here, but maybe not. Who knows? Very simple, but very effective. Eighth notes for the most part, besides the toms. So let's just quickly, not fully quantize, but give them a little nudge. And go to 16th and quantize the toms also just a little bit. So let's see the percussion section. I think that sounds pretty nice. Not really the sound I had in mind when starting off with the guitar MIDI pack, but I mean, that's what I like about the fact you're not bound to what it initially sounds like. maybe add a little bit of a right bang, right cymbal, right backing for the second half. So. A little bit of quantize. I think the third one was pretty quiet. Learned a new tip thanks to a YouTube comment. Shift and Alt and click. You don't need to go to the ruler and click somewhere to get wherever you want to go in the project. Shift, Alt, click, and the playhead immediately jumps to where you click. Before I was like going here and try to place the playhead there. It's way more easier that way. Well, even after 12 years, you can learn something new. Never thought about it, to be honest. I actually want to double the guitar arpeggio here with short strings. So let's see what we can do here. Strings. Maybe let's try. Yeah, let's go with the flute shorts. And I go with the violas, I think. I'm actually in the wrong section here. Ensemble shorts. Okay, let's go with ensemble shorts. And since we got Araya, let's go with Araya. Single patches, full ensemble. Oh, come on. Native instruments, get your shit together. Make that menu a little bit bigger, please. Single patches. Where's full ensemble? Full ensemble, there we go. And we want to go with speak kind of fast, I guess. Little tip on my complete control, I have a little knob set up here for CC18, not a knob, but a button that immediately switches from 0 to -250 on the sample start offset. If you want to know more about that, you can check out my other videos or my video on Araya where I talk about that. But this gives me better playability and then get better sound on playback with -250. Anyway, long story short, let's do this string or guitar arpeggio. And funny enough, we do have this actually as MIDI notes. So I could, yeah, I think I can do that. I can copy the whole thing and then adjust it on the strings. Let's go lazy today. Full ensemble shorts. Bop, 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 bop. -250. There we go. Paste. That's pretty cool. So we can adjust the volume a little bit and I want to start softer. Would be lazy to just send it to the other channel. Yeah, that's true. But I also want to duplicate that in the octave. Cool, that sounds nice. That is totally going into a corporate track direction. I would have not guessed that from the get-go, to be honest. I want to compress the shit out of that. So how do we do that? With this guy. So. And also cut the low end there. Cut the low end. 170, something like that. I intentionally want to sound it more artificial. I want to have it more synth-like instead of orchestra-like. Scamboard, when a MIDI editor, my side keyword doesn't sound note when I hit it with an arrow. You mean like this? I think you need to activate this little acoustic feedback. No, that has nothing to do with it. When you select a note, it doesn't sound. When you activate acoustic feedback, it does sound. If you mean the keyboard here, I cannot really tell you why there's no sound when you play that. So where were we? Now they're a bit quiet. I'm drifting away here. I actually want to make that a little bit shorter. Luckily enough, the additional loops that I put in here into the, let's go with a flat pick, that should play damage now. Well, so give me the acoustic guitar here. We changed the key from G to C more or less in that bridge with going to the F. And I have these additional loops in C, so we can use these. Let's see how that sounds. Just as an ending part. I need to check again. I think the MIDI contains more data than it should. And use them for artificial. Sorry. So, solid point there. But now I took the organic one and drove it more into artificial land. Okay, let's try that. Kind of like that. I mean, it's a big build towards the end, and then we disappoint the listener by not going that way and just turning it down again. And I want to do something with that ending here. So cut that and actually want to make that 8th notes. What is the purpose of expectations if not to get disappointment? There you go. Well, what we can do to not overboard with the, at least give them a big boom. And also, we can put a string there on top. Let's put that at the end over there. I'm not really sure I like that, but it is what it is. Let me show you one thing in the end. What I didn't do, maybe I do that as an update. I didn't include like chord strums for endings and stuff like that. So let's put that there. I kept the way I strummed it on the keys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all 6 strings. I mean, I happen to know that this works with a kind of open A chord, but still, what I want to do is want to make sure that every single note lands on the string it belongs to, and this is what you get with the library. I did all the work for you there, so to say, so you don't need to figure out where every note needs to land. But I see the note values here. 1, 2, first string, third string, fourth, fifth, sixth, and this is the second string here. Actually, this comes a little bit later. So And the lowest C-2 is the lowest string on the guitar. So pretty much C-2, C sharp, D-2, D sharp, E, and F. So these are the 6 strings of the guitar. So when I have that kind of chord, I can put my little markers here. And now, okay, this goes for the low string, this one. And I just move the marker so it sits on top of the string. And when I look at what I did up here, I see that this is not the second string, but actually the third. This one comes in later. We are very zoomed in. Maybe I bring that in a little bit more here. It sounds pretty realistic when you play that live. So third string, I'll make a long story short. This is, where's my second string? The 4th note. So this is the 4th string. And then up one more. This is the 2nd string. Bring that here. And then we have the 5th and the 6th. 5th string, and bear with me, 5th and 6th is very, very hard to do for a German. So now I definitely can make sure that this chord is always sitting correctly on the board. See? It's strumming all the way through. Nice. It's actually not an open chord, it's a barré chord. That also means I can now transform that chord across the whole fretboard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want a D minor and look at the fretboard, now the whole thing is sitting where it should, there. I can also make it major. Can make it a sus. And back to major, into minor. And that sounds pretty realistic. Way better than putting all, what do you call it? Quantizing everything to the one. And also I want to show you the difference between what it makes when you have these note selectors activated and not. So with note selectors, and you see also where the notes are placed. When I take that off, it kind of randomly does not really, I mean, you could theoretically in the settings could tell the guitar to move the virtual capo up to the 5th fret, and then you should get the same result. And when I mute they are muted. I think now we should have the same result because I told, yeah, exactly, because I told the capo to sit there. But I can get rid of that and don't need the capo when I have the string selector. And throughout the whole library, I have made sure that all these chords and patterns have all the correct string selector keys attached to them. So where were we? Pretty much like that. Not totally digging the I want to try something. There is we have this overlay. There's one overlay that I really like. I think it's in this folder. No? That one. I really like that one. So I want to put that on top of the last rhythm here. What did I do? What did I do? Was it this one? Yeah, okay, it was actually correct. So this one is in C sharp minor, and we are in A minor. So I need to move this thing 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how that sounds. Maybe we move that an octave up to have a nicer sound. And I think I'm going to do this. So let's see what that sounds like together. But it needs to go here. No, why not the octave up there? Bring it down. Maybe we change the string selection, but also need to change the notes. So like that. Just record that on the end. Did you match the acoustic part with an oud? No, I didn't. There's no oud at all in this demo or in this track. What's different is, or what makes the sound is more realistic, is this is actually the flat pick. So I changed the instrument there. Which one did I use? I used the flat pick one. And through the string selector keys, it's actually played further up on the neck, so it sounds a little bit warmer. Actually, I can bring that down. I want to play that even higher on the board. So that means I just move the string selector keys one down, and now it should play in the upper range here on the lower strings. Yeah, for the last one, you see I had no string selector keys activated. So if I do that, what I'm going to do is I copy this whole thing, just put them all on the same note, make them shorter. So that way, now I have the notes at the same position as the ones that I played in. And move them down. So for example, like this. Well, that needs to go there. So that works really well together. And I think that these overlay, overdub rhythms, this is really what brings the life into the library. I mean, I like that piece is screaming for electric guitar. Well, who knows what's coming next in terms of MIDI packs. And someone asked me today if these actually do work with the Orange Tree Samples electric guitars as well. And although they're primarily aimed at the acoustic guitars, I haven't even tried that. But technically, since they all use the same engine, it should theoretically work for let's say the let's go with the Texas Twang, for example. It should work with this one as well. So just loaded the initial patch, not changing anything. So the string selection works in the same vein, so that's pretty cool. And then you can even say, okay, I don't want this. No, not the mute, the palm mute. So you could even get some more use out of the library. You're not bound to using... No, what? Actually, it sounds really great with that guitar. Fuck me, I didn't even try that. Yeah, thanks to the string selection tool, it works really great. I'm surprised myself right now. I haven't tried that. Just load up a keep. I mean, there are some issues maybe when I have too low value notes, it suddenly jumps to harmonics instead of the sound. But you could easily get rid of that. And I think it might even work better for the overlays. I want to try that. Give me a moment. I need to try that. Back to the songwriter. Load my double track. Done. And I want to keep the setting on this one, so I'm just going to duplicate the track. Gonna mute that for a second. And let's see how that sounds with an electric. I'm very curious right now. Curious. I mean, obviously, it only works within the Orange Tree Samples family. So not found. Thank you. I know why. I know why. I moved the library. Let me fix that right away because I hate when I want to do stuff and it doesn't work. So Orange Tree Samples, rock standard, delete, and I need to go to T. Samples, Orange Tree Samples, rock standard, instruments. Boom, fixed. Thank you. Lock that again, close it. Rock standard. There we go. I mean, could do a country chicken picking library with that stuff. Let's go with a little bit of a more... And instead of the sustain, let's load the palm mute. Let's see how the overdubs sound with that. No, not this one. No, maybe that sounds better with sustain. Oh, okay, yeah. The only difference is that there is the slap sounds and effect sounds are not consistent throughout all these libraries. So this one sounds a little bit strange because that slap sound or that, yeah, this one is actually should be a like that. Should something rather be like that. Yeah, but once you adjust that, it actually sounds pretty cool. Let's bring the acoustic in and move that to the left, the electric to the right, and suddenly we have some more sound. And I want to play that on different strings, so it sounds very, very dull. So I'm going to move this up one string. Yeah, that sounds better. It's still a little bit loud. And funny enough, for the second one, we could even do like a harmony thing on the electric. Let's keep it there. Let's keep it there. Make it quieter. I mean, you could also raise it again here and bring up the interface and turn it down here. Yeah, I like it better like that. Not going all the way. Oh yeah, we used the damage patch there. Who is in the background? I don't see anyone in the background. Do I need to scroll back the video? Oh, that's Linus, my dog. One of my dogs. One of our dogs. Did he just go out? Yeah, they sit around there. Linus and Cookie. Yuri, can you send an email to info@composingtutorials.com? No, sorry, actually shop@composingtutorials.com. We will definitely take care of that. No problem. Just send me an email with your email address and we will figure out something. Your English is not as bad as my Russian, so don't worry about it. So, but yeah, what can I say? New product today, $17 intro price till the end of July. Then it goes up to 23. The damage loops, by the way, are an intro price as well. That's just a tenner. Jump over to store.composingtutorials.com. I'm just leaving the address for you as well again, so you can take a looky at what there is. brand new library pack. There are a few things that I need to look into, so there will be an update tomorrow, I guess, for some stuff. But nevertheless, I hope you dig it. I hope you like it. And I think Orange Tree Samples has a sale going on right now as well. Don't they? Summer sale? Something like that? Let me check. Maybe a good idea to jump on a train, and when you grab a guitar library from them, maybe grab the MIDI loops as well on your way back home, you know, like returning home and just quick stopping by at the composing tutorial shop. There is no sale going on right now. Well, is what it is. At some point there will be a sale, and then you grab it. What can I say? Fingerstyle guitar volume 1, 4/4 in right around 70 to 110 BPM. I think that's the best range. You can do different stuff, but you may need to go into tweaking some of the loops and fix them a little bit. But I personally do like the way they sound. And you can get quite a lot of mileage out of them. You're not bound to the initial ideas. You can change them pretty much in any way you want with a little bit of tweaking. One last thing that I want to do is, first of all, this is actually electric overdub. Electric guitar overdub electric. Oh, great. That was very reasonable. Let's go to the flat pick. I want to use something else. I tried that one before. I think I have them here. Sometimes, I don't know why, sometimes the previews of the MIDIs and Cubase are a little bit strange because it's actually not that actually, let's grab this one. Because I know that it does not sound like this. It actually sounds like this. So, Dom Pro. Inspiration for sorcery. Yeah, just make sure that you get rid of the junk in the bottom if you don't need that. So we are, where are we? We are in E minor, F, A minor, and G. So we're gonna make sure that this is then A minor. Let's do this. And the only thing is think we have double time in the chords, don't we? No, we don't. So when you layer these two, Scambot, yeah, sure. Shoot an email and I send you the link. Maybe we can put that onto the electric as well in the second run. That sounds really good. I'm surprised myself. That's actually a fun little cue. I want to put a piano on the end there. Oh, that was too much already. It's only one round. So that is 16th. 1, 2, 3. And the piano can have a little bit of delay as well, a little bit of reverb, and maybe even a little bit of black hole. Move that last one more here. Well, the thing is with the oud, yeah, I love the sound as well. But the thing is, when you really utilize these libraries and let's, for example, to make things quick, learn the where is it? The capo position, and let's put it on a. Put it on this one. So you get a very different sound the higher you move up the fret. Versus I do have electric guitars. I occasionally play them, but I suck at them. So I definitely see a need for myself for virtual electric guitars. And I can play decent enough to layer something on top of a virtual guitar to make it sound more real. Because virtual alone, especially electric guitars, still tend to sound a little bit artificial, I find. But when I put some trash with human playing on top and mix that together and make myself very quiet and the virtual one louder, I think it works nice together. And with acoustic, definitely, you're totally right. It's a hassle to set that up and record, and you have the noise and everything. So I'm always on the hunt for good sounding instruments. But honestly, I mean, I'm selling these MIDI packs now, but I've been using that stuff for years for my own productions because it's just so fast to work with that. So I definitely see a need for that. And surely I can see this concept expanding over time and doing different chord progressions. Maybe I was thinking, should you do the whole library in all 12 keys or something like that? But I mean, I want to leave a little bit of work to you guys, huh? I don't want to do everything for you. So, Flowsy, the track with rear electric guitar, yeah, that was a fun one. Check the one that Alex did on that one stream. I think that was the Renegade trailer, Renegade hands-on. Alex is what I would consider a real guitarist. I'm more, well, whatever. I can come up with some stuff, but I like to fiddle with virtual instruments to get them as close as possible to the real sound. Interesting where that whole thing took turns today. But it also showcases that the library can be very versatile and used in different scenarios. Yeah, and in the higher range, the acoustic guitars tend to sound a little like a mandolin even. And that electric overdub sounds like a flute there. There was one mishap in the percussion here with the toms, I think. It sounds off time. Why is that? Maybe because the second one is too loud and yeah, okay, I think that's better. Yeah, that sounds better. It just stuck out like a sore thumb. That's actually nice. Like, bring it to the climax and then just drop it. Disappointed before the end. But I do like that nice little cue we did today. That was a fun one. So that shall conclude this little hands-on and showcase of what we are doing today. Again, head over to store.composingtutorials.com if you're interested in grabbing some of the stuff that I have available there. And $70 for the MIDI pack. It's 52 loops, I think, overall for the 3 different guitars. So actually it's 150, but I'm not that guy that says you get 150 loops. No, it's 50 loops, just 3 different versions for each library. That piano took it to another level at the ending there. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Which piano did I use in the end? I think it was if you don't know about him, John Mayhem Music, check out his YouTube channel and follow him. He is great. And he did some free samples for the piano book. And on his website, you can download free samples. There's really, really good stuff in there. And that piano is one of these really good stuff. And I always like free stuff as well. So that piano is actually pretty cool. The strings sound a little bit like an organ there in the end, but well, it is what it is. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you on Thursday, actually, where I have some very exciting new products from Best Service to showcase. Announcement is coming tomorrow, and there will be a pretty big fat giveaway, so be sure to save the date. On Thursday, 11 a.m. PST, big stream for a new product by Best Service. It's going to be good, and there will be a giveaway. And I won't tell today what it is, but you may have an idea already. Thanks for tuning in. Bye bye, and see you on Thursday, the next time, on the next video, hopefully very, very soon. Enjoy your day, night, week. Talk soon.